Hello everyone. So today is Monday. This is 19th of January 2026, and as you know that here we are starting with the Indian Express today because today is the Monday, and yesterday we had a off day because of the Sunday. Okay, so let us start the discussion of the Indian Express. So this is the first phase, which is full of advertisement. So we'll move on and and we'll discuss the world page. Okay, so let us see. So European Union countries unite against Trump on Greenland tariffs. Okay, so let us explore what it is. And you know that the Greenland has been in news, so we must remember and we must prepare Greenland by heart. Okay, because in the prelims examination, anything related to the static part of the Greenland can be asked by UPSC. Okay, so UPSC has this habit of asking questions, a static based question on the current developments. Okay, so that is why I would highly recommend that you must go through the map of the Greenland and have certain basic idea about basic facts about the Greenland. Okay, so let us zoom it little bit more. Now I think it's fine. Yes. So what is the news? So let us see. So now, eight European countries targeted by US President Donald Trump for 10% tariff for opposing American control of Greenland blasted the move Sunday, warning that the American leaders' threats undermine transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral. Okay. In an unusual and very strong joint statement coming from major US allies Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, United Kingdom, Netherlands, and Finland on Sunday said troops sent to Greenland for Danish military training exercise Arctic endurance pose no threat to anyone. Trump's Saturday announcement sets up a potentially dangerous test of US partnerships in Europe. The Republican president appeared to indicate that he was using the tariffs as leverage to force talks over the status of Greenland, a semi autonomous territory of NATO. So, what is new Greenland? So, Greenland is basically a semi autonomous territory of NATO ally Denmark. Okay, so Greenland is basically a part of Denmark country, which is also a member of NATO, and Greenland is a semi-autonomous territory. Okay, we stand in full solidarity with the Kingdom of Denmark and the people of Greenland. The group said, building on the process began last week, we stand ready to engage in a dialogue based on the principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity that we stand firmly behind. Tariff threats undermine transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral. There are immediate questions about how the White House could try to implement the tariffs because the European Union is a single economic zone in terms of trading. It was unclear to how Trump could act under US law, though he could cite emergency economic powers that are currently subject to a US Supreme Court challenge. European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said China and Russia will benefit from the divisions between the US and the Europe. She added in a post on social media, if Greenland's security is at risk, we can address this inside NATO. Tariffs risk making Europe and the United States poorer and undermine our shared prosperity. Trump's move was also penned domestically. U.S. Senator Mark Kelly, a former U.S. Navy pilot and Democrat who represents Arizona, posted that Trump's threatened tariffs on U.S. allies would make Americans pay more to try to get territory we don't need. Troops from European countries are arriving in Greenland to defend the territory from US. Let that sink in. He wrote on social media. The damage this president is doing to our reputation and our relationships is growing, making us less safe. If something does not change, we will be on our own with adversaries and enemies in every direction. Okay, so what is happening? You all know that they claim again and again. Sorry, Trump again and again claiming that they need U.S. need Greenland, and they Trump will take it from Denmark by hook or crook. Okay, so in that regard, Trump is threatening that the Trump will impose 10% tariffs to the those European countries who are supporting Greenland. Okay, so that is the thing. So there has been objection from the European Union. Okay, to that statement of the Trump. Okay, now let us see. So there is a massive blast in the steel plant in China. Okay, so leave this now. Now here we have some interesting thing. Okay, so current development, Iran is important for us. Greenland is important. Venezuela is important. So these are the few countries which are important for this year prelims. Iran Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi with Iraqi Foreign Minister Fawad Hussein at a press conference in Tehran on Sunday. Let us see. 5,000 killed in Iranian unrest. Judiciary hints at execution. At least 5,000 people have been killed in protests in Iran, including about 500 security personnel. An Iranian official in the region said on Sunday, citing verified figures and accusing terrorists and armed rioters of killing innocent Iranians. The nationwide protest erupted on December 28 over economic hardship and swelled over 2 weeks into widespread demonstrations calling for the end of clerical rule, resulting in the deadliest unrest since 1979 Islamic revolution. Okay, so this much is that there was a massive protest that happened in Iraq. Okay, due to which 5,000 people have been killed. That is claimed by made by the U.S. Sorry, Iranian official. Hindu man beaten to death, three detained. A Hindu businessman was beaten to death in Bangladesh, Gazipur by three members of family.